Hi guys, MC here with another tech tip for you. Now you've probably heard of Zapier, Zapier.com, and it allows you to build automations and connections, they call them Zaps, from one cloud-based app to another. Very cool, very efficient. But in this tech tip, I just want to share with you the little known ability that Zapier has of some inbuilt functionality that doesn't rely on any other app other than Zap. So for example, you can send automated emails and automated messages into, for example, channels within Slack each day, each week, to let people know the link through to a report, such as, here's a report on what we completed yesterday or on what a particular person completed yesterday. So this tech tip is a little bit of an experiment. I always like a bit of experimentation around tech, and I'm actually going to record the creation of a Zap where into a channel in our Slack we will get a link each day to say here's what each person completed. So here we go. I'll end up speeding this up with a bit of sort of time-lapse effect so you don't have to sit through the whole lot. So I'm going to click make a Zap, and the idea of a trigger app is it can be any app, like it could be any of those ones you can see on the screen there. Gmail, Google Drive, Evernote, whatever it might be. For us, Infusionsoft, WordPress. But what I'm going to do is, this is the area of built-in apps that you might not be aware of. So we can schedule each week, each day. So we go every day, save and continue. Relative to your time zone settings, let's see, just double check those. Okay, yep, that's fine. Continue on. Choose 8 AM each day. Should this Zap trigger on a Saturday and Sunday? Yeah, okay, because we've got team members that work whenever they choose to work, which sometimes does include weekends. Okay, so fetch and continue. So you can do multi-step Zaps, which means you can add extra things here. So I'll just click continue. So I'm going to add another. Actually, no, that'll be fine. So every day, choose this app, Slack. So send a channel message, correct. Save and continue. Which Slack account? Our Slack account. Pick a channel, and I created one a little earlier called completions. So here's what MC completed in Wrike yesterday, right? And now I'm going to get the link from Wrike with a lookup of that. Good thing about Wrike, which we love for task and project management, is when you do a lookup. Now at the moment, this is a lookup showing 32 tasks that I completed yesterday. And very cool, if I go to the end of that URL, it's actually got yesterday in it. So this hyperlink will be a permalink, meaning it won't change from one day to the next to the next to the next. So I'm just going to copy that entire URL. I selected all, did Command A, Command C, or Control A, Control C on Windows, and I'm going to paste it in here. Hey, here's what MC completed in Wrike yesterday. And what we're going to do is do one of those for each person. So if you choose no, this message will appear to come from you. No, we want to do it. Yeah, okay. Specify the bot name. So rather than that message come from me, it's going to come from a bot. So people know that it's been an automated message. Specify the bot name. Wrike bot. Oh, this is cool. We can add a Pop Icon Emoji, which is optional. That is cool. Let me just see. Okay, so that means it'll just pull that emoji icon. Bot icon URL. Interesting. I wonder if we could put just our standard Wrike URL for our workspace. Yeah, I'll do that. So that means if someone clicks on it, we'll just go to Wrike, assuming they have a login, which they will if they're on the Paradox team. Thread. If you want this to be part of a thread, you'll need this timestamp of the parent message. No, we don't need to do that. Broadcast to channel. That'd be like doing at channel and making sure everyone knows. So I'll leave that at no, because that could get annoying. Attach image by URL. No, we won't do an image. Auto expand links. Yep. Send. Ah, this is cool. If no, any users mentioned in the message text will not be notified. Okay, that's cool. So we'll leave it at yes. So we'll go continue. And it's going to go to channel completions. Hey, here's what MC completed in Wrike yesterday. Send as a bot, yes. Bot name Wrike bot. Bot icon emoji, white check mark. The bot icon URL, if someone clicks on that little icon, will just take them to our Wrike's homepage in the workspace. It's not going to broadcast it to everyone because we want everyone to be in this channel, but we don't want them to see every single message that goes in, but we want individuals to see it. And managers can then go in and have a quick look. Broadcast auto. Okay, that's good. Let's go create and continue. And hey presto, test successful. I'm just going to go now to our Slack and have a look in here. And here we go. Hey, here's what at MC, so at mentioned me, completed in Wrike yesterday. And then we go click. And here's the proof of the pudding. That page just loading. Bam! So there's 32 tasks completed yesterday. So if you didn't get an email back from me and you're waiting on me, I was pumping through things. Okay, so that is really freaking cool because we've been using this tool. That's a very cool tool in many ways. It's called Gel, J-E-L-L, and it's a tool that you can do things including letting your team members know what your quarterly key results areas, etc., that you're focused on, which is good. But yeah, Gel, you're supposed to, with Gel, one of the key things is a daily stand-up. Here's what I'm going to do today. And what I was finding is because our team members don't do 3 main things in a day, many of them get through 33 things in a day. And I know it's important to have your top 3, but we're so organized with the use of our task and project management system, Wrike, and its ability to organize things into a list of my work and everything you're working on today. To have to do it in Gel was just a bit of a double up. And I found that people were just not entering the top 3 things they were going to achieve that day, but were rather kind of replicating, duplicating, copying and pasting what they had in Wrike across into Gel, which defeats its purpose. So the thinking here is just automate the process of everything that they complete in Wrike. The next day will get reported into this channel. So now this is super easy for me to repeat this. I'm now going to choose, let's say, Don. That will change the lookup. And in here, I will get a different URL. So I'm copying and pasting that URL. I'm going to go back to Slack. And you can see here, trigger every day, action, bam. I'm going to click finish. Name your Zap. Yesterday's completions for MC. And that way what I'll do is I'll name them with a similar syntax for everyone. Yesterday's completions for, etc. So now I'm going to go and I'll see it on the dashboard. Because now what I'm going to do is duplicate it. See, here it is, yesterday's completions for MC. Right click, copy. I'm not ready to turn it on because I'm just going to check. Yep, every day, bam, 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 that's going to be the same thing. Send channel message. So if I click on that step and go through, I can now edit the wording. And I will just go into Slack and get Don's thing at DO. Yep, he's at Don. I know it works, so I'll just continue. Here's what at Don completed yesterday in Wrike, and rather than my URL, I will paste in the URL for Don, and the rest can remain the same. And create and continue. Test successful. Click finish, turn it on, and I'm going to see it on the dashboard to rename it. If I do a search on completions, there it is. So I just need to rename it because it just added copy on the end of the there. For done. Save. And if I go across in here, I'm just going to let everyone know Alright, I'm going to go and keep creating these other zaps for each team member. So I'll just pause the recording now and I'll come back to just recap what was achieved with these automations. So just recapping what I achieved here with the zaps created in Zapier is each morning at 8 AM in our main headquarters time zone, in a channel I've created in Slack called Completions, a little update goes out for each team member about what they completed in Wrike yesterday, which is a URL, a link that doesn't change from one day to the next. So that's often called a permalink. And it happens for each team member and also for some key contractors who collaborate with us in Wrike, and also one that is a link to everything completed. So if our operations team leader wanted to go in and have a look at just across the board, be one click away. So here's that channel in Slack, and just this morning, having created this, team members have said things like, "This is fantastic. I like this." There's not too many people who don't like aspects of their daily work automated so that they can be freed up to do higher value, more rewarding, more interesting, more valuable things. Other team members there saying, "Awesome." So there you go. We've just eliminated, as much as I love technology and I love apps, you don't want to have any more apps in your daily life than you need to achieve your outcomes. An app not fully utilized is just an expense, and an app that isn't necessary just adds complexity to your and your team members' day. So simpler is better. So make sure you get a Zapier account. I always wonder if it's Zapier or Zapier, but because the automations are called Zaps, let's run with Zapier. Get a Zapier account, create some Zaps. They can be automations between one particular app that you're already using that's in the cloud, the trigger app, and then another app is the action app. So what do you want to happen over here? And it's just brilliant. We've created Zaps, including things like, true story, I was sitting one day waiting for a flight to Sydney. I was sitting in the gate lounge at Brisbane Airport, and our bookkeeper, our external CFO service, had told us not to use one of the receipt management apps, and even told us not to use the receipts functionality within Xero, where you can take a photo, because depending on the type of receipt, it might not actually have to go into Xero. It might go somewhere else. Anyway, without going into the bookkeeping complexity, but I still wanted a system to make it easy for our team to send receipts through to our bookkeeper. So I thought, I wonder what I could create in Zap. So I, using an app on the iPhone called Genius Scan, I set up a Zap so that you take a picture, an image, photo of a receipt. Genius Scan can immediately turn that into black and white, so to reduce the file size down through a filter. Then just tap, 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 and what happens is that image of the receipt gets uploaded into a folder in our Google Drive called Receipts. Then the Zap in Zapier that I created will send an email automatically off to our the bookkeeping function within the external CFO service that we use, saying new receipt in receipts folder, click here to view, and it has the name of the receipt that you just enter when you first take a photo of it. Done. We've essentially created our own simple receipt scanning, sending, centralized storing in the cloud and notification system in the space of about 10 minutes while I was waiting for a flight using Zapier. So it's really powerful what you can do in Zapier just with the native functionality within it, like the one that you saw me create here. So if you have any questions about Zapier, let us know. And if you're a member of Paradox, you get access to our closed Facebook group, the Modern Marketing Implementer group, and ask whatever you want in there because we give really detailed, in-depth questions to our members. So that's this week's tech tip. It was a long one, but it's eliminated an app, and you can do the same in your business to automate things that currently are being done manually. I'll see you for our next tech tip.